Hello, Final Fantasy tubers, and welcome to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV with me, BlueAnkylo. You can probably tell we are playing the DS version, and I thought long and hard about what version I would play, because there's many. I'll go through a bit of my logic here before we start. The first version I ever played, like most people my age, was called Final Fantasy II for the Super Nintendo, which was incorrect. It was actually 4, but it was translated and sort of released. Oh, no, don't do that yet. We'll see. I'll talk about the cutscene in a minute. So that was just for a little bit of Final Fantasy lore. It was Final Fantasy II, but it was also the easy type version of Final Fantasy IV. We'll just make sure we're... No, hold on. I don't want to start yet, but if I don't let it... I don't want to go to the video yet either, so... Can't pause it. Anyway, sorry, interrupting myself. Great start, Blue. Point was, that version that everyone played first was a very, very easy version of the original game. The story is that the people that published it in North America in English thought that the original Final Fantasy IV in Japanese was too hard, so they made an easier version. There's a lot of changes. I don't want to get into all the boring details, but it is way, way easier. Now, it is also possible to play a translated Super Nintendo version of Final Fantasy IV Japanese, which is the hard type version. But that version is kind of buggy. I've played with it before, I've beaten it, but it's a pain in the neck because there's some weird glitches. So I decided to skip the Super Nintendo, too much hassle. The next step, well, there's a PlayStation version. Okay, but yeah, I don't really want to worry about it. I wasn't a Sony guy, so, I haven't played a whole lot of PlayStation games. I did, however, play the Game Boy Advanced version, which is pretty cool. It's got a lot of upgrades, it's got a couple bonus dungeons, lots of extra weapons and stuff. But the battle system, they messed it up. It's got bugs all over the place. The active time battle system is broken in Final Fantasy IV Game Boy Advance. It's a good game still, but it's glitchy, and things don't work the way they're supposed to, which is pretty frustrating. So I'm like, well, maybe, but it's kind of broken. This was the next one I played for the DS, but it's totally 3D. It's almost a different game. It's a complete remake. Well, it's kind of like how they made the last Final Fantasy I did. Final Fantasy III was a remake of the original Nintendo version in 3D, and they changed a lot of stuff. This one changes quite a lot of stuff. I thought, well, it's really good. I had a lot of fun with it, but I don't know if it's, the first Final Fantasy IV I was going to do. But then I was thinking of the other versions. There's one for the PSP, but I don't actually own or have played on a PSP. Again, I'm not really a Sony guy, so... And that one's more like the hard type original version, sort of GBA style. It also has some bonus content, extra story stuff after the fact. I don't really know that stuff very well. Point is, I decided to go with Final Fantasy IV DS. I think it'll be fine. The reason I keep stopping to play the intro is there's a high probability that the intro cutscene will trigger a content ID match. If it does, I'm just going to cut it out, and I highly recommend you guys watch it on your own somewhere else if you can find it. It's pretty good. It's not important to the story or anything, but I think the video is really nice. I will watch it and record it, but like I said, YouTube is finicky with these sorts of things. So I'll put a cut here. If you see me right back starting a new game, it didn't work, obviously. Otherwise, let's enjoy a nice little video. Welcome to the Content ID portion of this video. Hopefully, it's all good and Nintendo's cool, and I can show you a very nice video introduction for this game. I'm always, or at least I always was, quite impressed by the visual prowess of the DS. It may not quite have the audio qualities of a Super Nintendo hooked up to your speaker system on your TV and your stereo, but it's good. And the graphics, I don't know, guys. I know when did the DS come out? Like 10 years ago, 8 years ago, something like that? It's 2014 for me. Maybe this isn't like super awesome 3D graphics nowadays, but I think when the DS came out, this was pretty highly regarded in my opinion, anyway. So anyway, you've got, Cecil and Rosa hanging out. You've got Kane in the background. We've got airships. They're in the Castle Baron, in case you're wondering. If you're totally new to the series, this might not make a whole lot of sense. But, those are the Red Wings. We've got Yang. Yang's awesome, of course. And, Edward, or Gilbert. There's a few names depending on the translation. We've got Palom and Purim, twins. They're fun, cheeky. Edge, also quite fun indeed. He's our ninja. We'll have the Elemental Fiends. Yes, this is another Crystal game back when they weren't totally overused and tired. And that's the full team of everybody. Oh yes, Rydia, don't forget about her. We'll have some good times. I really enjoy this game, and I've played it through perhaps the most out of all Final Fantasy games. Possibly. Definitely have beaten it many, many times of all sorts of varieties. The DS version as well as all the other ones. So I know it pretty well. I have a pretty good idea what I'm getting into, and I hope you guys can enjoy it too. And, yeah, there'll be some interesting story. If you haven't seen it before, I hope you enjoy the story. It's a pretty good one. I rank this one very highly on my story rating for Final Fantasy games. Whether you enjoy the gameplay mechanics or this or that or the other thing, it's a little bit shorter than some of the newer ones, I would say. But I quite enjoyed the story. It's one of my favorites. And man, I get the shivers almost watching this video. I quite enjoy this. Considering when I first played it, it was a Super Nintendo game with teeny-weeny little sprites. The fact that they can do this in 3D is great. Should do more Final Fantasy games in full 3D remake. It'd be awesome. Like 6. Squaresoft. Anyway, so I'm going to put another cut here so that if this portion does not work, you'll have never seen it. Okay, folks, so whether or not you've seen the intro video, I highly recommend you watch it if it did not display, content ID, yada yada, blah blah blah. Let's get on with the game. As you may have probably noticed by now, I'm using the top screen of the DS in the large mode to the left. I can't really motion, but it's on the left. And the bottom screen is mostly used for menu stuff, if I remember correctly. There's also some amazing voice acting.
So we are. The trouble's him, too. Orders may be orders, but this goes too far.
Yeah, it's bad news for these guys. This is Misty, and that's the Crystal of Water. And yeah, we killed all the mages. It's pretty bad, pretty mean. So before the game even starts, we've already started our atrocities. But we need the crystals.
Lord Captain! We're the Red Wings, the pride of Baron!
Yes, we are, soldier.
Are we thieves sent to plunder from the weak? Enough. But Lord Captain, the Mystidians offered no resistance, and still we cut them down. Listen to me. We did no more than what our kingdom's peace and prosperity required us to do. The Mystidians knew too much of the crystal and its secrets. His Majesty...
They knew too much. I love that.
We are the Red Wings of Baron. It is not our place to question the orders of our king.
By the way, it's a bad idea to question the king.
Lord Captain! Monsters at the fore!
What? Flying monsters? Alright, let's deal with it. Alright, so, you know, typical Final Fantasy style combat, active time battle. So, you may be familiar with older or different Final Fantasy IV versions where Darkness does a group attack. In this one, instead of that, it's more of a self-buff, where you get higher, I think it said double damage at the cost of your own HP. Still pretty good. Although the group attack may have been better from the other versions. Possibly. Yeah, we did take a fair bit of damage using Darkness there. And you'll continue taking damage every time we attack. But I think it's worthwhile. Besides, these guys are easy. Nothing to worry about. Not even well, maybe a small scratch, I guess. Alright, good work. We'll speed up the battle system and stuff soon enough once we can get to the options menu.
Everyone all right?
Why are you guys laying down?
Disturbing, is it not? I wonder what it bodes.
Elomens.
We've reached the castle, my lord.
It probably has nothing to do with the crystals, though. Don't worry.
Landing, men.
Lord Cecil. Or however you want to pronounce his name. I'm going to call him Cecil because that's what I want to say. Cecil sounds weak. Alright, welcome home. Got some guards with cool purple armor. I guess ours is a little bit purple too. So this is Baigen. He's a highly ranked officer as well. And we do indeed have the crystal. It's interesting how they didn't raise a hand, but we still had to slaughter them. Okay, His Majesty. That's a lot of capital letters there. Just walking along. Oh, what? Come on, Baigen. What's going on? Oh, you're gonna go talk to him first. Pfft. I don't like Baigen very much. What? Totally unfair. What a tattletale. Yeah, we did bring the crystal. The crystal's got to count for something, right? Even if we complain a little bit. Baigen, you better not backstab me here, buddy. At least we kneeled. Of course we do. Barely had to lift a finger. Ah, see how it shines. Okay, well, that was easy enough, I guess. Oh, conscience. Your Majesty. Yes. Well, we would like to discuss something. What is it you aim for? Yes, we're explaining how the men feel. It's not us personally. Oh. Well, never us. Just the men. What? Treasonous whispering? Not even... What? What? Come on, we just brought you a crystal. My liege. Go to the Valley of Mist. Oh sure, go hunt some monsters. Yeah, alright. Sounds like a pretty boring task. Oh hey Kane. Commander of the Dragoons. It's kind of commander of the one and only Dragoon as far as I know. Why were you listening? Kane was listening in too, it's kind of funny. If you're so eager to protect your friend, go with him. Well, I guess we're pals. Alright. Get out of here. We don't want to see you anyway. Carnelian signet ring. And then they like push us out. Wow. Seriously, dude. Like a commander and a captain should have a little bit of respect. Yeah, I did meet Puff. Why do you have to forgive him, Cecil? You didn't do anything. Fair enough. Kane's always forward-thinking. Thanks, old pal. Alright, we got control. We can dash if we hold the button down. We got a map on the bottom. So, I assume you guys are okay with the current split. The top will show you what's going on. The little thing on the bottom right corner, you can see what I see on the bottom. So, we also get little thought displays on this version of what the characters are thinking. Right. Controls, don't fail me now. Settings. First and foremost, speed that up. Smaller number is faster. There we go. Also, default to run. Subtitles is good, voices is good. I also like wait mode so that you have more time when you're in the menus. During battle. Alright. Wasn't there, there's usually like a color setting, but I don't see it there. Okay, here. Usually you can change the background colors. We've only got, you know, small amount of people, but there you go. What else can I show you guys? Abilities! We'll get into these later. But suffice to say, we can get more abilities as time goes on, and it's kind of cool. There's a fairly complex system here. And it actually takes playing through the game more than once to unlock everything properly. So, it's kind of fun. We've got typical equipment screen, scream? Whatever you want to call it. So we're very dark. We're the darkest of all. And we don't know any magic. Might have a... Oh, we have a red thing. Oh, I could use that to kill the things on the boat too, on the airship. That would have been maybe canonically correct. Alright, so now we run automatically. What do you guys have to say? Rash actions are ill-advised. What? Is it that bad? You do one rash action and the king kills you? You better be quiet there, buddy, or you're gonna get killed. King is not very friendly these days. Might as well talk to Cain a bit. Well, it was his men's doing. They came to him first. Yeah, aren't you a Dark Knight? Why are you all so forgiveness and everything? That doesn't really make sense. I did not train in the way of the dark sword, the evil way, so I could be bad. He just did it because His Majesty asked him. Well, okay. I'm sure he has his reasons. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Why would Cecil envy Cain? Not 100% sure. We get more cutscenes in this version than most of the others. Yeah. Smarten up there, spear guy. I would like to see where these other dragoons are. He keeps speaking of them, but I've never once met them. Fight to win! These guys are pretty good bros. If I could use that term. Which is always... yeah. Don't overthink things. Okay. No, no, no. Don't worry, Cain. We're pals. Now, this guy actually does look like a dragoon, so maybe I was incorrect. I guess Cain does have a couple dragoons under his command. To be honest, I've never seen them do anything, though, at the very least. And this may be the only version that I can recognize them as probably dragoons. The Valley of Mist is, like, not very far away, and you guys have never been there. It's like the closest settlement to this, this town, city, like this castle and town. Yeah, His Majesty is a little bit harsh. Of course you believe in our king. That's the proper way to go about it. I believe in our king as well. Other than the fact that I was just demoted for passing along a message, basically. I blame Baigan. Sleeping on duty? Wow. You're welcome, I guess. Do we really need that crystal? Oh, I actually didn't mean to go down here, but we can have a look. White Magic Laboratory. I guess I should have gone check this out anyway. His Majesty seems younger? That's interesting. A white mage should know the 3 C's. Cure, Cura, Curaga. And Curaja, depending on the game. Oh, Rosa. We'll meet her soon enough. She actually became a white mage just to support good old Cecil. There's no, like, screen tilting or anything. No. Like in, what was it? Final Fantasy 3, you could zoom in to see secrets. No such luck this time in this game. You just gotta remember where they are. Might as well check the other side, I suppose, before we leave. Black Magic Laboratory. Gonna teach us the 3 black magic spells? Sleep? Not even close. Although my viewers, I can't speak for them. You might have worked on them. Really? Well, it wouldn't be a Final Fantasy game if you couldn't get some amazing black magic spells eventually. Do I really have to say any more? Sure would be nice to get those treasure chests. They're yours. Okay, just gotta use the switch. At least that soldier had some respect. 480 gil, an ether that's totally useless for now, and a tent. Well, it might be a long trip to our next village. Alright. We'll have a look over here first. This is the wrong way to go for continuing the plot, but it's the right way to go for talking to people. Oh, come on! Let me back there. Just click the switch and go back. I can see there's 6 chests down there. It would be amazing if you just let me have them. Not yet, friends. Not yet. Staying up all night working? Fleet Master Sid. I wonder where he is. He's a pretty hard worker, you guys. I wouldn't expect him to be sleeping on the job too much. Sure, His Majesty gets to close off towers. Who does he think he is? The king? Alright, let's get out of here. We're almost done the castle. If you don't like exploration sections, I feel sorry for you, son. What good is an RPG if you can't roleplay a little bit? Don't worry, we'll get back to action battling soon enough. And if you don't like action battling, well, pish. What else can I say? I don't know why that staircase went outside just to go back underground, back into the castle. It's kind of silly. Oh, who's that? Oh, hey Rosa. Nice to see you. Wearing traditional female armor. Most defensive in all the lands. At least she's a mage. Yeah, we just sort of slaughtered some mages. It's kind of disappointing. Oh, will you? Of course. Cecil's just like, yeah, no problem. See you later, lady. Well, I guess you know what's going to happen tonight in Baron Castle. Suppose we might as well check this place out while we're here. I don't even remember where this goes, to be honest. Oh, the prisons! Sure, the dungeon. Okay. It's pretty safe to speak to mages. I'm sure they couldn't, like, cast fire at me through the bars. What? I didn't hardly do anything. It wasn't even me. It was somebody else. Wow, that's... Well, I know nothing. I think the king might have some idea what to do with them. I suppose it's not that outrageous that the crystals might be something more than a glittering stone, given how well protected and enshrined they are. Perhaps there's some magical use for them. Maybe. There's 2 doors. Oh! Before we can get to one, let's meet another character. It's Sid, who appears in most Final Fantasy games, and is usually somehow engineering. Don't worry, Sid. And your airships are just fine. Well, sorry Sid, we got demoted. What's an Eidolon, anyway? I don't know, I'm sure that'd be fine. Careful, Sid, you gotta be quiet. More maneuverable, with more firepower. That sounds useful. Well, why are you building airships with cannons, if not for war? Scientists. Where is Baron headed these days? It's a good question. Don't worry about us, Sid. You worry about yourself. And you worry about your wife, too. Alright, buddy. Good talk, good talk. Let's go get some R&R. It's been a long day. Well, hello there, naming way bunny creature. Bestowing new names on the dissatisfied. Yeah, no one wants to change names anymore. No, I'm good. Nope, no, I'm good. Thanks. Won't be changing our names anytime soon. Oh, we can't even change our names if we wanted to. Sorry, Nameway. In the original version, you can change his name. This one, you can't. I believe there's a dialogue that uses their canonical names. So if you try to name them after body parts, it wouldn't make sense. So, yeah. We'll see Nameway again, though. Don't you worry. Awesome! We've got a maid! Thanks. Well, we start out pretty good. I mean, we got a girl. We used to be captain of the Red Wings. Although we did get demoted and the king's kind of being weird. But it's not a bad start compared to a lot of games. Usually you're just some random kid. Alright. Everyone, close your eyes. He just sleeps in his armor. It's awesome. Full
Your
plate mail.
Majesty, what's become of you?
I do like the moons in the
Where
background.
is the noble knight, the man who took me in as an orphan and raised me as his own?
Oh, you'll find out eventually.
The strong, just king I once knew.
It's kind of sad, of course.
Is a crystal worth all this?
Depends on your
Robbing a
position.
peaceful people of what's theirs by right. What need could be so great?
Foreshadowing.
King's orders or no, there's no forgiving what we've done.
Maybe. You have to forgive yourself eventually, though, Cecil.
Cecil?
Cecil, psh, fine. You win
Won't
game.
you tell me what happened? First you're sent off to Mysidia, and now to hunt some beast again so soon? Did something happen in Mysidia?
You don't want to hear about it.
No, it's nothing.
Then why won't you look at me?
It's a good question.
In Mysidia, we stole a crystal from people who had done no wrong. I've worn this darkened armor for so long now. There's no mote of light left in me.
Oh, don't be so sure.
Not even in my heart.
You're a good man, Cecil.
I'm a coward. A coward who cannot even defy orders he knows he ought not follow.
Probably would have just got and landed
Cecil
in the
of Red
dungeon.
Wings is many things, but he is no coward. Not the Cecil who I love.
Ooh.
The king is sending you to Mist to slay the Idomen, isn't he?
Apparently.
If anything were to happen to you, I couldn't...
Oh, don't worry, Rosa.
King will be with me. I'll be fine. Wait,
Sorry, guys.
get some rest.
Kane will be with him. He'll be fine. It's good to know.
Be careful.
So yeah, if you've never played this game before, there's quite a lot of foreshadowing in that cutscene about things to happen in the future. I won't spoil
Thank
it,
you,
but
Rosa.
it's pretty good actually.
But I know what I've become.
Much foreshadowing. Well, sleepy time's over. Let's get to work. Sword and spear.
Shall we then, Cecil?
I'll be counting on you, my friend.
Then you've nothing to fear.
Kane's voice is so much cooler. Although armor-wise, I'd say they're pretty equal for epicness. Well, at least we get a standing sort of salute on the way out. It's pretty good dark armor, I have to say. I like that design. And the Dragoon armor is typically awesome. Very spiky and, well, dragony. And I always have a soft spot for this music. So long, Baron. I'm sure everything will go perfectly according to plan. And so, the Dark Knight Cecil perhaps, stripped of command of the Red Wings, set out for the distant Valley of Mist. Together with Kane, commander of the Dragoons, he would pursue a faceless quarry and a chance for redemption. The advent of the airship has marked the realization of mankind's most ancient dream. But man is a creature seldom sated, and he was quick to dream anew. With the unparalleled might of the Red Wings, Baron's military soon reigned supreme. Why, then, does its king now seek the crystals? And why have fearsome monsters suddenly begun to overrun the once calm land? There aren't usually giant eye monsters in the sky, just in case you're wondering. If the crystals know, they share no answers, only their pure and silent light. Although why you would think they're sentient is beyond me. It's magic. Alright folks, that's going to be it for our introductory episode. Next episode we'll probably explore the town and head on over to Mist. Thanks for watching, I hope you've enjoyed, and if the cool intro video didn't show up, I recommend you go check it now. Have a great day.